1-3. Yeah, we VIP. Dressed to impress as you can clearly see. But this is crazy though. Yeah, this is crazy though. I'm the chick in the clique. Yeah, with that crazy flow. You need to stop all the hating. Yeah, you can save it, yo. You wanna roll with me? Meet me at VIP. Yeah, and that's Lady Roll. That's me. Yeah.
I show no ID. You know why? Cause I'm VIP. I got a pocket full of green, and you know what this means? That means that I'm VIP. They show nothing but love when I'm up in the club. Why? Cause I'm VIP. You wanna hang with me? Why? Cause I'm VIP. I'm VIP.
VIP, wide body, and your boy Reed came in on 10, and it's all on me. I could've did the long sleeve or the 2C. At the bar, buy it out like it's all on me. VIP, walk in, feeling all tipsy. It ain't a problem for the night because my dog with me. 10 on me right now, counting all 50. 745 back to back with the 550. I'm playing rounds in the parking lot on Forgiatos. Thing on my wrist like a gold bottle. I walk in the club looking like I hit the lotto. Low key, mixed breeze, sipping on a Moscato. I make it rain, make it flood, make the weather change. Tear the whole club up like a hurricane. VIP, spend it all, buying everything, running through a whole 12 like a shoestring.
I show no ID. You know why? Cause I'm VIP. I got a pocket full of green, and you know what this means? That means that I'm VIP. They show nothing but love when I'm up in the club. Why? Cause I'm VIP. You wanna hang with me? Why? Cause I'm VIP. I'm VIP.
Said you looking for a rapper? Well, baby, I'm a rock star. Said you looking for a trapper? Well, baby, I'm a block star, yeah. I got what you need, all you need is let me turn you on now. I promise the time of your life whenever we get out now. Hey, baby, this a lullaby, baby, this a rock-a-bye, baby, go. Baby, this a lullaby, baby, this a rock-a-bye, baby, go. Baby, this a lullaby, baby, this a rock-a-bye, baby, go. Baby, this a lullaby, baby, this a rock-a-bye, baby, go.
She staring at me like she shell shocked, like she just seen Tupac. She bent it over, then she made it drop, and then I stuck it in the mailbox. Real thick like Latifah. Her girl got a girl like Monifa. I'm on fire, man, I spit ether. Yeah, they want me like the Drake feature. Let me lick that. So sweet like a Fanta. Real juicy Tropicana. Put it in her mouth, that banana. She want a thug in the light, said them blanks ain't in a ride. Hey, she called me over last night, so I came through and gave her that.
Said you looking for a rapper? Well, baby, I'm a rock star. Said you looking for a trapper? Well, baby, I'm a block star, yeah. I got what you need, all you need is let me turn you on now. I promise the time of your life whenever we get out now. Hey, baby, this a lullaby, baby, this a rock-a-bye, baby, go. Baby, this a lullaby, baby, this a rock-a-bye, baby, go. Baby, this a lullaby, baby, this a rock-a-bye, baby, go. Baby, this a lullaby, baby, this a rock-a-bye, baby, go.
Baby, come on over here and get it, feel it, roll with it. It was softer than some linen last night. It was right, we in tune, satellite, out of sight, out of mind. I should feel it for the people like a summer. I clean it out, flush it, do it like a new video. Go ahead and bust it for your daddy. Let me get back to the money like I'm Weezy. I ain't never gonna be the one that gonna take it easy. I'ma get up in the kitty like a checker from the clinic. When I'm in it, you gon' think it was a never innocent and high. Make you feel the life of a trapper. Yeah, that snapper got me feeling for no reason. Now I pick it up and eat it like I mean it. I don't mean it, that's the way I am, and I ain't never acting. I'm a captain, I'm so certified to make you feel the action like a blessing. You got values, true values. Giselle or Chanel can't even understand you.
Well, baby, I'm a rock star. Said you looking for a trapper. Well, baby, I'm a block star, yeah.
I got what you need, all you need is let me turn you on now. I promise the time of your life whenever we get out now.
Hey, baby, this a lullaby. Baby, this a rockabye. Baby, girl. Baby, this a lullaby. Baby, this a rockabye. Baby, girl. Baby, this a lullaby. Baby, this a rockabye. Baby, girl. Baby, this a lullaby. Baby, this a rockabye. Baby, girl.
Shake that rumpa. I'm on shake this rumpa. We gon' push up on it. We gon' dance to the sun. I'ma work my body. I step back in the day. Me and my friends, we just here to have fun. We gon' celebrate our lives. No, we ain't thinking twice. Popping bottles all night. I'm faded. So I'm gonna get on the floor and shake some. Shake what your mama gave ya. I see what your daddy bless you with. Do you know who you're wrestling with? And I'ma throw it back. Can you catch that? And I'ma throw it back. Can you catch that? Can you catch that?
Here we go now. I like the way shawty grooving, the way she rock her body, how it's moving. It's like she riding on the surfboard. I wanna lay down and just take a course. I wanna feel your hips roll around and drop, take it down. I can see what your body's doing. Come on, my baby, let's get to it. Don't switch it up when I push it through. Cause what I see, I wanna feel it too. So twerk, twerk, work, work, twerk, twerk. And she gon' throw it back. And I'ma catch that. And she gon' throw it back. I'ma catch I'ma catch
Work, my body can't move no more. Can't catch the beat, drop it down the low. Pick it up slow when you ain't it. Now let me see you grind it. Work, your body can't move no more. Can't catch the beat, drop it down the low. Pick it up slow when you ain't it. Now let me see you grind it. Work, your body can't move no more. Can't catch the beat, drop it down the low. Pick it up slow when you ain't it. Now let me see you, let me see you.
Work, 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 work.
And I'ma throw it back. I'ma throw it back. Can you catch that? Can you catch that? I'ma throw it back. Can you catch that? Can you catch that? And I'ma throw it back. I'ma throw it back. Can you catch that? Can you catch that? I'ma throw it back. Can you catch that? Can you catch that? Everyone has to bring their booty shorts and their bikinis.
I'm a legend. You and me are not the same chick. Bloodline again. I'm off gang. I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm off legend. I'm a legend. You and me are not the same chick. Bloodline again. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I off legend, I'm like Bruce Lee. When I enter the dragon, girl, I'm like Tech 9. When I enter, I'm acting. That's the thing. Boy, I'm like Chief Keef. Cause I'm gang.
Get it by any means. I am just like Martin Luther, even though I'm a king. I am Huey P. Newton. I'm black, I know I got the power. I am Hannibal Lecter. All these beats I devour. I am Wiz Khalifa. I've been smoking back to back. I am just like you. I've been getting to the bag. I am just like me. Better. I am just like Flame. What do you know about what I'm a legend? You and me are not the same chick. Bloodline, again, I'm off. Okay, I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a legend. I'm a legend. You and me are not the same chick. Bloodline, again, I'm off. Okay, I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a legend. I'm a legend. Yeah, I'm perfection. How you gonna kill me? Nigga, I'm the weapon. I ain't worried about the killers. I ain't worried about the hitters. I'm worried about money and how we gon' get it. I'm rich. I'm full of them bags. I'm just like a hawk. I'm known to smash. I crash the beats. I stump the streets. I'm just like August. I'm known for heat. Fresh out the pot. I'm dripping with salt. Key to the whip. I'm known to take off. The squad, the team, we all go off. But I'm totally dancing. Now who's the bomb? I'm a legend. You and me are not the same chick. Bloodline, again, I'm off. Okay, I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a legend. I'm a legend. You and me are not the same chick. Bloodline, again, I'm off. Okay, I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a legend. I'm a
Bloodline, son of the sun, I'm fully melanated. Black power fist in the sky, fully activated. Captivate the mass when I speak. Every head bow indigenous, glorify king, no precious man child. Blackfoot, color of copper, I came from the dirt. Legendary, mine in the sky, my body's mother earth. Walked through the valley of death and came out a king. Joseph, they ain't cut from my cloth, I saw so many dreams. I'm in the den with the lions, now they calling me Daniel. I went to sleep as a peasant, I woke up as a pharaoh. No longer will I walk, I'm riding on a camel. Zulu warrior, going narrow eyes on the spirit.
You and me are not the same chick. Bloodline, again, I'm off. Okay, I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a legend. I'm a legend. You and me are not the same chick. Bloodline, again, I'm off. Okay, I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a legend. If I die right now, I'm a legend. I'm a
That's smooth groove. Do da do da do da da. It's so smooth. Baby, can you feel it in the air? It's in the song. I can feel it in my bones. When you get this feeling that I feel, you can't deny it's so real. Listen to the sound that's all around. It's everywhere. It's a sound beyond compare. When you hear that sweet and mellow groove, you can't sit still. You've got to move. Do da do da do da do da do da da da. That's smooth groove. Do da do da do da do da do da da da. It's so smooth.
Me and you, yeah, you and I. The love that I have, girl, I can't deny. Hey, you my ride or die. Hey, and I'ma tell you why. You were there when I was down, girl, you picked me up. You were there when I was down, girl, you lift me up. You showed me real love, you show love to me. You showed me real love, you the one I trust. My ex tripping, you know how the ex can get. They be tripping and flipping like the exorcist. My homeboy say you be the next to flip, but I don't pay him no attention, he on the extra. I hope he got all my text messages. I expressed all my love in the messages. No, they can't mess with this. No, they can't F with this smooth.
Do da do da do da do da do da da da. That's smooth. Do da do da do da do da do da da da. It's so smooth. I just can't get enough of that sound. Take a look around, it's going down. Let's have a toast to us on the town. Order another drink. What the hell you thinking? Do da do da do da da do. That's rude. That can put us in the mood. Do da do da do da do da do da da da. It's so smooth.
I was born to be a star, so I'ma shine. Even though where I'm from, they be hating all the time. Seem like they expect me to fall, but I ain't surprised. My eyes on the prize, now my city's on the rise. I'm on my Terrence Crawford shit. I'm on my Terrence Crawford shit. I feel like Terrence Crawford, bitch. I feel like Terrence Crawford, bitch. I'm on my Terrence Crawford shit. I'm on my Terrence Crawford shit. I feel like Terrence Crawford, bitch. I feel like Terrence Crawford, bitch.
I've been working hard for this right here. Giving my blood, my sweat, my tears. Always had dreams that I make it to the top. Even when it got hard, I kept going non-stop. Pops wasn't there, but my mama held it down. She tried to keep me from hanging with the wrong crowd. Hanging with the homies, running in and out the house. Big pounds on the table, big guns in the couch. I'm glad my little brother told to take another route, cause the little homie there was short the live on the ounce. You gotta reach for the stars, aim through the clouds, cause it's way more to life than what the streets talking about.
I was born to be a star, so I'ma shine. Even though where I'm from, they be hating all the time. Seem like they expect me to fall, but I ain't surprised. My eyes on the prize, now my city's on the rise. I'm on my Terrence Crawford shit. I'm on my Terrence Crawford shit. I feel like Terrence Crawford, bitch. I feel like Terrence Crawford, bitch. I'm on my Terrence Crawford shit. I'm on my Terrence Crawford shit. I feel like Terrence Crawford, bitch. I feel like Terrence Crawford, bitch.
Say what you wanna say, you gon' hate anyway. You always gon' have something to say about the moves I make, as long as all my kids is straight and all my bills is paid. I ain't gon' let your worry me. Let your worry me. My son playing sports, crossover game nice. Boxing little bit, stiff left, strong rights. Crazy how life changed right before your eyes. One day you know nobody, next day you're the God. Now everybody on you talk about how they know you, claiming what you owe them, everything that they showed you. But at the same time, they can't wait till it's over. Praying for your downfall, sitting waiting like a cobra.
I was born to be a star, so I'ma shine. Even though where I'm from, they be hating all the time. Seem like they expect me to fall, but I ain't surprised. My eyes on the prize, now my city's on the rise. I'm on my Terrence Crawford shit. I'm on my Terrence Crawford shit. I feel like Terrence Crawford, bitch. I feel like Terrence Crawford, bitch. I'm on my Terrence Crawford shit. I'm on my Terrence Crawford shit. I feel like Terrence Crawford, bitch. I feel like Terrence Crawford, bitch.
Say what you wanna say, you gon' hate anyway. You always gon' have something to say about the moves I make, as long as all my kids is straight and all my bills is paid. I ain't gon' let your worry me. Let your worry me. I say what you wanna say, you gon' hate anyway. You always gon' have something to say about the moves I make, as long as all my kids is straight and all my bills is paid. I ain't gon' let your worry me. Let your worry me.
Omaha. I do got some guests coming in later today. Probably about another 20 minutes. We got the director of Health and Human Service of Nebraska. Should be in at 8 o'clock. And then we have a representative from Nebraska talking about broadband. We got a young brother coming in talking about his business. So got a full morning this morning, y'all. So stay with me. Doing a little cleaning up right now. I see you, L. Mackin. Let me play your tune real quick since you're on the air, L. Mackin. Check this one out, L. Mackin. Boss with me.
You're a thief, you're a thief. Came here without a key. You know what you took from me, but I'm sure that you stole my heart. You're a thief, you're a thief. Came here without a key. Don't know what you took from me, but I'm sure that you stole my heart. Oh, yeah. You're a thief, you're a thief. Just give my heart back to me. Just give it back to me. Just give it back to me. Hey, sit right up under my nose, but I was still able to breathe. But she's that much smarter than me. Guess she wanted better than me. Guess she wasn't ready for me. Just wanted to see what was free. Why would you take it from me if you got plans to replace it? You ain't trying to protect it. You don't want to embrace it. You just want to possess it. It was golden. Please call the police, cause my shit was stolen. You're a thief, you're a thief. Came here without a key. Don't know what you took from me, but I'm sure that you stole my heart. You're a thief, you're a thief. Came here without a key. Don't know what you took from me, but I'm sure that you stole my heart. Oh, yeah. You're a thief, you're a thief. Just back to me. Just give it back to me. Just give it back to me. Hey, hey. I should've knew it right then. My heart was skipping a beat. Air was up under my feet. Guess all in the moment of heat. Guess you were the one that I needed. But as far as I could see, it was so sacred to me. But you ain't holding no secrets. You just wanna expose it. Damn, I really look stupid. Social media knows it. This house wasn't open. You just broke it, and my shit was stolen. You're a thief, you're a thief. Came here without a key. Don't know what you took from me, but I'm sure that you stole my heart. You're a thief, you're a thief. Came here without a key. Don't know what you took from me, but I'm sure that you stole my heart. Give my heart back to me. Just give it back to me. Just give it back to me. Hey, hey.
my day. Today is my day. It's my day.
I hit a lick today, money got flipped today. Yeah, I bought a fit today, pulled up that beer today. I got a yeah, treat every day like a holiday. I hit a lick today, money got flipped today. Yeah, I bought a fit today, pulled up that beer today. I'm feeling rich today. Yeah, treat every day like a holiday. I hit a lick today, money got flipped today. Yeah, I bought a fit today, pulled up that beer today. Whip today, I'm feeling rich today. Yeah. Treat every day like a holiday. Today is the day that the Lord made. You niggas weak, that's a portrait. I'm fresh as a bitch, take a portrait. Diamonds on me look like sherbet. Money on my little bitch wore a short dress, so you know she got folk in that Corvette. Making these plays like Chris Paul, flipping this money like coin toss. American born, money on foreign cars. I just get paid. Galleria shopping with my baby, she a winner, so I bought a Saint Laurent. She got a fur, it's the same as mine. She got a car, it's the same as mine. VIP, we never wait in line. Holiday, so you know that today is mine. Compete with me, niggas, wasting time. My life is too good, I don't deal with lames. Me and you, we are in different lanes. We are not the same. I hit a lick today, money got flipped today. Yeah, I bought a fit today, pulled up that beer today. I got a whip today, I'm feeling rich today. Yeah, treat every day like a holiday. Treat every day like a holiday. I hit a lick today, money got flipped today. Yeah, I bought a fit today, pulled up that beer today. I got a whip today, I'm feeling rich today. Yeah, treat every day like a holiday. Treat every day like a holiday. I hit a lick today, money got flipped today. Yeah, I bought a fit today, pulled up that beer today. I got a whip today, I'm feeling rich today. Yeah, treat every day like a holiday. Treat every day like a holiday.
Oh yeah. Fresh man, new ice dripping out the stove, turning heads on the ducking snakes, ducking. I deserve it, never shipped the purpose, never curved it, stood like a goal. Hit the trap, chopped it up, hit the streets, could eat like a warthog. Hustle anyway, never had a penny brain, got on many chains, step to step. Just like Minnie Mae, started with a penny brain, now I'm getting many more blessings. This boss ain't nothing new. Had to do it. Keep a big stick, don't make me lose it. Hold up, you thought to us. Hustlin' had to keep a big stick, don't make me lose it. Took a whole thing, I'm breaking loose. All this ice on the I never been a joke, I never been a snake. Rope to the K, Bruce Street, don't mind. Hustle anyway, never had a penny brain, got on many chains, step to step. Just like Minnie Mae, started with a penny brain, now I'm getting many more blessings. On blue like exit, team right through the fake exit. Yeah, this boss ain't nothing new to us. Hustlin', had to do it. Keep a loser. Hold up, you boss ain't nothing new to us. Hustlin', had to do it. Keep a big stick, don't make me lose. Say what you want.
Monster.
The only thing I know, yeah. Yeah, the only thing I know, yeah. I'm the realest in it. Times getting hard, ain't no time to let up. Get down and know me, can't ever give up. Yeah, yeah. What these people be thinking, I say to myself, got a million ambition, got 3 little me, so I don't need a reason, yeah. Hey, I give it my all, everybody. Left, you ain't talking money, then I'm deaf, yeah. The flow be on COVID, I go with the cities, drop red on my lady, can't quit with me down with your wicked intentions, yeah. Hey, I prayed for this, I knew I was made for this. You can't tell me nothing, you can't tell me nothing, yeah. I came out the flame and shit, and walked in this shit. Yeah, I fought through the struggle, yeah. Said I fought through the struggle, yeah. The only thing I know, yeah, is that I gotta, yeah. The only thing I know, yeah, I'm the realest in it, yeah. Yeah.
Came a long way off the lines with circles. Now I'm the captain and colonel. Stay in the cut with a O of that purple. And then yo about to run it like Herschel. Right back with the new style, updated profile. For the top spot, I go the whole mile. Hey, tryna live that lifestyle. Getting looks everywhere I go now. Back then we was on the go. 30 packs scattered on the floor. Running through the door, running it, back to back. Stay to state 3 days in a row. It's always been a plan, it's always been a goal. Become a boss with a big bang roll. You little rap, can't fit my role. Can't stay in my lane cause they all just.
I prayed for this, I knew I was made for this. You can't tell me nothing, you can't tell me nothing, yeah. I came out the flame and shit, and walked through the rain and shit. Yeah, I fought through the struggle, yeah. Said I fought through the struggle, yeah. The only thing I know, yeah, is that I gotta get it. Yeah, the only thing I know, yeah, I'm the realest in it. Yeah.
I know you've been through it, but look how strong you are, now you went through it. If I added to your pain, I never meant to do it. Just can't let you be that flower that the rain ruined. Gotta tell the pain to fuck off, flex on them and brush off. Take the chips and duck off, success gon' be enough talk. We can't let the past manipulate the future. I know it's hard to see the real when you ain't used to it. Girl, I understand, I understand. Girl, I understand, I swear I understand. I understand cause I'm hurt too. Just know every time you're hurting, girl, I'm hurting with you. We got twin pain, twin pain, twin pain, twin pain. We gon' turn these problems into champagne, twin pain. I swear we got twin pains. I swear we got twin pains. But baby, we gon' turn these problems into champagne, twin pain. Baby, here's a pencil for them issues, girl, let's write on it. Girl, that front don't fit you, let your smile drive by on it. I know that you curve a lot, but you let me in, I done stirred the pot. I know that my words sound a little bit familiar. To fill you with that fake, he had to feed you with some real shit. Tell me, will you let that hate keep you from some realness? Bad love hit harder when you feel this. Girl, we've been through things that not everyone can do. Girl, I understand, I understand. Girl, I understand, I swear I understand. I understand cause I'm hurt too. Just know every time you're hurting, girl, I'm hurting with you. We got twin pain, twin pain, twin pain. We gon' turn these problems into champagne, twin pains. I swear we got twin pains. I swear we got twin pains. But baby, we gon' turn these problems into champagne, twin pain. We gon' be alright, baby. Just trust me. She gon' be straight. I'm around with you. All the way.
like you ain't want me, that I'm taking, that you all on me. You know you act like you ain't know me, so I don't know you, but now you call me.
Look at this place. You are no longer the center of attention in this place.
Ooh, what is the deal with that look on your face? I'm really confused about that look on your face. Up in the space, throwing it up in the space. I am okay, give me space. Like no way, I am not fading, no way. I'm facing my problems today. I'm moving fast, I let my car move it fast. Life is just moving too fast, and then I crash. I end up calling my dad and telling him that. That's all she knows. That's how it goes. Start with them other hoes. Sleeping with your other bros. Hoping the guy don't make the Dr. Seuss. Wait. And on it goes, and on it goes. Yeah, yeah. It goes, and on it goes. Act like you ain't want me. Now that I'm taking, got you all on me. You know you act like you ain't know me. You don't know me, I don't know you. Why you call me? Would you call me? Would you call me? Why would you call me? Please don't call me. No, don't call me. Don't call me, yeah. Please don't call me, no. I'm not taking notes. I need space from the face. I'm erasing numbers. Doing fine, I'm great. I'm taking numbers. Putting stamps all on my passport. I'm making numbers. Still on it goes. I gave you everything from rose to my shawl. Yeah, I know that you wish that you could turn the time. You would, baby. Even if I could, baby. Yeah. And on it goes, and on it goes. Yeah. It goes, and on it goes. Just act like you ain't want me. I'm taking all on me. Oh, you know you act like you ain't know me. You know me, you know you know how you call me. What would you call me? Yeah, what would you call me? Please don't call me. Don't call me. Don't call me. You never call me. You never call me, yeah. You never call me. When I look in your eyes, it's really no surprise. The tingle in my spine. You give me birth to cloud now. I'm on a super high. I like the way you hold it down. From the way you walk to the way you talk. Sweet like a kiss on the collarbone. It turns me on. At times I can't take it. I can't even fake it. It's true. You give me chills. You give me chills. Way I feel this can't be. My time is for you. You give me butterflies inside. Such a wonderful sensation is what I feel with you. You give me butterflies inside. It's your smile, it's your style, it's your face, it's the way that you do what you do. Makes me want you. You give me butterflies inside.
play I Am University.
This is that new media channel that coming up online with Keisha.
Oh yeah, heck yeah! I'm actually about to go out to Vegas. You talking about that channel?
Yeah.
First class, take a trip. Top down in the whip. Speeding like I'm never gonna crash. Live every day like it's my last. Spent a couple stacks on the trip. Ain't even take a sip of a tip. I got more racks in the stash. Live every day like it's my last.
Motivation ain't never been a problem for me. While y'all was doing time, I got a degree, wrote a book, ran for office, and dropped a CD. The proof is in the pudding, homie, you not like me. I was raised much different, special since an infant. When you're born to spit bars, then your songs hit different. I might beat the pizza, but I don't hit women on the coast of Costa Rica with my family just chilling. Top flight on deck, tequila with the lemon. You ain't gotta like it, but that's just how I'm living. Instead of all the hating, you might want to mimic. And for the right price, I could show you how I did it. Return on investment, I can show you how to flip it. I'm trying to see a Billy, boy, I'm on a mission. Motion pictures, rappers on their drizzy, they some acting.
First class, take a trip. Top down in the whip. Speeding like I'm never gonna crash. Live every day, it's my last. Spent a couple stacks on the trip. Ain't even take a sip of a tip. I got more racks in the stash. Live every day like it's my last.
I overcame things that made greater men stumble. Regardless of my accomplishments, I try to stay humble. I never been much for being in the limelight. I'd rather read a book while I get my mind right. People hate you, mad that they ain't you. Bring up things that's painful and tell you what you can't do. I elevate above the hate, I'm in a new atmosphere. My career taking off, I'm in a new stratosphere. It's a lot of folks that's mad that I'm here. I celebrate the hate, champagne. Yeah, I ain't in the slipping, I'm just in the winning. I might sign a deal, but for now I'm independent. I'm on my Percy Miller, cause there ain't no limit. They call me IZ, boy, I'm the realest. You act like men, but you gossip like women. I've been real since juvie, you can ask the homie Senseless.
First class, take a trip. Top down in the whip. Speeding like I'm never gonna crash. Live every day like it's my last. Spent a couple stacks on the trip. Ain't even take a sip of a tip. I got more racks in the stash. Live every day like it's my last.
All right, Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. We got our guests in the house. I'm gonna play one more track, and I think I should be hopefully done. Actually, I'm gonna let y'all check out this new cut from my man Kusha Snazzy. Check this one out, Conga, all the way from my man Togo. What's up, Africa? Boss with me.
That woman take it be like conga, conga, conga. When time go down, it be like conga, conga, conga. Clapping around, it be like conga, conga, conga. Let me know you behind, it be like conga, conga, conga. Girl, make a deep diligent girl. Baby, come come for the good down. Make her give you the damn. Anything, what you want, anything, baby, come, anything. Baby, leave, I will show you the way. That boom, I think it be like conga. When you go down, it be like conga. Clap it around, it be like conga. Let me know you behind, it be like conga. That boom, I think it be like conga. When you go down, it be like conga. Clap it around, it be like conga. Let me know you behind, it be like conga. Put it there for your back, it the high pass it banana. When you move, you behind, it the be like a banana. To the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. When you move, you behind, it the bad like a gongo. When you bow, what you do? When you shake, it go, what you do? How you go, make a shake, what you do? Just down, make a shake, what you do? When you shake it, go, what you do? How you go, make a shake, what you do? Just down, make it go, what you do? Put that boom, I think it be like conga. When you go down, it be like conga. Clap it around, it be like conga. Let me know you behind, it be like conga. When you bow, what you do? When you shake it, go, what you do? How you go, make a shake, what you do? Just down, make a shake, what you do? When you bow, what you do? When you shake it, go, what you do? How you go, make a shake, what you do? Just down, make it go, what you do? Put that boom, I take. That boom, I take. Your boy, push me hard. Special attention. I know they kill.
So you are on mic 4. All right, Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. We got our guests in the house. Getting everything set up. We got a guest in the house, and we got another guest coming. The director of Health and Human Service should be coming in from Lincoln. They ran a little late this morning. You know how the traffic down in Lincoln is. So they on their way. But in the meantime, in between time, we got our man here. You know how these stars are. They got their own noun, verbs, adjectives, prepositional phrases, all yes and predicates to introduce themselves. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. We'll get right into the dialogue. So how you doing today, big brother?
I'm doing all right, man. It's me, the one and only Daniel Lyle. I just wanted to touch bases with y'all, man. See how everybody doing in this city, y'all. What's up?
Okay. What you got going on, big brother?
All right, man. So I've been working behind the scenes for the last couple of months, man, just really trying to figure out a way to leave a new imprint in here. What I discovered was there's no classes out here for personal trainers anymore.
Okay.
So what I did was, since Battle Rock Career College shut down and Wright Career College shut down, there's no National Academy of Sports and Medicine programs out here. So I went ahead and created my online university.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So I could step into a whole new lane, just so I can help people who are thinking about starting a career in personal training to get certified. It helped them with the test taking. It helped them with all the tools that they need to get certified. It is an accredited college.
Okay.
And it's the first, well, it's not the first one, but it's the only one right here in Omaha, Nebraska right now. So it's an opportunity for anybody out there that wants to start a career in personal training to get the credentials that they need so they can move on to that next level.
Okay. Now this is your university that you created.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So,
now, it's called I Am University, Trainers Academy. So you train trainers too.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep, that's what it is. It's all about personal training. So it's training the personal trainers to become personal trainers.
Okay.
So it's the first and only, and it's probably the nation's first and only business academy that's going to help them with personal and professional development. So plus you get an accredited, you get an actual accredited certification.
Okay. Now, so they're not only getting their certification, so you help them with their business model so they can start their business also?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yep. So
give me an example. Is it like a franchise or?
No, this isn't a franchise yet, but if you wanted to start a personal training business on your own or start a gym on your own. Like I had a gym that I had opened up until the pandemic hit. August last year, I actually shut it down. But just being able to get out there and get that experience of entrepreneurship and business and being a business owner, I was like, there's a lot of people that don't have the formula of the blueprint to run successful businesses. There are a few out here. There's a lot of them out here actually, but there's a lot of people that don't know everything that they need as far as the development of putting a business together. So just an opportunity for us to teach, for you to teach. And, right now it's just me, but I'm open to anybody who wants to help develop, people to develop entrepreneurs.
Okay.
Like I said, the focus right now on this particular school is for personal trainers and fitness professionals.
Okay. So if you have a, excuse me, if you have that skill set, or if you just want another side hustle, create some money, but also get in shape at the same time, then you need to get in contact with my man, Daniel Lyle. I mean, I just went to the gym this morning. I was at the gym at about 4:30 this morning.
Yeah, I was.
So I just left about 6 this morning, and so I know it's important, to take care of your body.
Right.
And so, right now we got this pandemic. We don't know how long this is going to go on, and so we gotta diversify. So how have you pivoted since you say you had to close your gym? Are you doing more one-on-one training, or are you how have you still maintained?
So my pivot point came in this form right here. I mean, I kept a few clients from when I closed. As you can see, the Muscle House Fitness was the name of the gym on 72nd and Maple. I kept a few clients when I closed, but that wasn't, I got to be honest, I wasn't as focused and tuned into the personal training side of things like I used to be, especially with this pivot, with this pandemic going on. A lot of the clients that I did have, and a lot of the clients that fell off, they had pre-existing conditions, so they were definitely one of the ones that you wanted to make sure that you take care of the best. So they a lot of them had to go their own separate ways. So we did some online training with some of them.
Okay.
And then some just kind of, like I said, just kind of let go. But keep them I always keep them in my mind, and I always talk to them or try to talk to them, or try to keep them encouraged throughout this process, because one thing you don't want to do is stop taking care of yourself.
Right.
So you don't want to stop taking care of yourself. But my main thing was to try to figure out a way to reintroduce my imprint into the community. And I was thinking, I got to be honest with myself. Personal training, I love it, and I've been doing it for 8 years, almost 9 years now. I've been doing it for so long, but that's not my niche. My niche is to help other people help other people.
Right.
So I figured this may be the way to help other people help other people.
Okay.
So that's why I came up with the idea of the I Am Training Academy. I took that directly from the Bible. Okay. But I love those words. Those two words are probably the most two powerful words in the English dictionary, because those are the words that declare what you are to the world. So whatever you are, whatever you choose to be, when you say I am that, that's what you are.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
So that's why I came up with the name I Am University, because I want you to declare who you are. I want personal trainers to declare that they're the best personal trainers. I want personal trainers to declare that they're the best health professionals. And when we start declaring these things, we can start living these things. And when we start living these things, we can start being these things. And these are the things that's going to help us move the needles forward so that we can have a better and more sustained life.
Now, how long is the process to be a trainer, to go through your I Am University?
So with this boot camp that I'm doing, I'm calling it a boot camp. So I'm not calling them.
Okay.
They're classes, but what I'm calling them is they're boot camps, because what I want to do is take you through from chapter 1 to chapter 20, through the personal training certification manual. And I want to do it within 8 weeks. That way I give you a little bit of time to get things down. And some people go as early as 4 weeks. I don't want you to do it in the point where you do it in 4 weeks, but you still don't understand the concepts.
Okay.
So we want to go through it so we're doing an 8-week process. We do 8-week curriculums.
Okay. And so they go through an 8-week process and then they get their certification.
Absolutely.
Okay. So do they go through so everything's physical, so it's a physical test, correct?
No, it's actually believe it or not, it's actually a multiple choice test that you have to take, an exam like you would take it for insurance certification.
Okay.
But at the same time, you still have to know
the techniques
and you still need to know about the anatomy. You still need to know about the business laws. So there's a lot that you still need to know. And a lot of people think, well, I know how to help people lift weights, I know how people get people in shape. But when they come to taking the test, they fail because they they fail to learn a lot of the laws and regulations, and there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes. A lot of people don't even know that it exists when it comes to personal training.
Okay, so basically checks and balances, make sure that you protect yourself, but also you're protecting your client.
Absolutely,
okay.
Absolutely.
Okay,
because you don't want to be the one that's getting caught up in a lawsuit,
right?
For any reason,
right. Omaha, the Birds of Bluffs. We are talking to Daniel Lyles. He is the founder and education director of I Am University Trainers Academy. They train trainers, and so if you're looking to pivot or add another revenue stream, this is an opportunity where you can become a certified trainer, and you can go out and train your neighbors, your peers, without a doubt, and create your own clients and create your own side business. Great opportunity to start your own business, without a doubt, until you build up your like you say, your clientele. Obvious online is that's what a lot of people are going to for as training.
Right.
I still go to the gym. Genesis opened back up, so I'm back at the gym, and so some gyms are open back up, and so there's places where you can get your groove on. But first, you gotta be that entrepreneur. You gotta take that chance. You gotta invest in yourself. How can I get in contact with you?
All right, so a couple of ways you can contact with me. You can call me 531-333-2975. You can email me at dlyle@thatiamuniversity.com. It is that THATIAM University UNIVERSITY.com. You can catch me on all my social media platforms at I am D Lyle. Or you can go to my website, thatiamuniversity.com.
Okay, IamUniversity.com. All right. Let me see. You got That I Am?
Yes, sir. That I Am.
ThatIamUniversity.com?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Make sure you guys get in contact with Daniel Lyles. I mean, it's an opportunity to create a new career. It's an 8-week program. You can get your national certification, right?
Absolutely.
So you can take this anywhere, start a business anywhere.
Start business anywhere. It's a national certification, so you don't even have to be in Omaha to get started.
Do you qualify, or can they get like individuals can get payments through workforce development?
I'm working with them now, but I do it. I will accept it if you got it. If you got that exception, that type of program available for you, I will accept that. So, and also do accept PayPal credit, so you can buy now, pay later. I figure, going through the research, I realized that PayPal credit is one of the easiest ways for you to get something going for yourself like that, because they do 6 months, no interest. And it's not an expensive program that I'm running here either. So,
okay.
Matter of fact, if you sign up now, you do save 30%.
Okay.
So,
can you let us know the cost?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to do the certification program for personal training only, it's $14.99, but like I said, 30% off, so it's about $1,079 for the 8-week program.
Okay.
But you can also do the certified personal training as well as the certified nutrition coaching, which is a total of $23.99. But again, with that 30% off, it brings it down to $16.79.
Okay, so not only the so you focus on the nutrition also, as far as maintaining.
Yep. So you can become a certified nutrition coach or a certified personal trainer right now.
Okay. Cool. So you have 2 certifications under your university currently.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Omaha, Nebraska. Again, we're talking to Daniel Lyles. He is the founder and educational director at I Am University Trainers Academy. They train physical, what do you call it? Athletic trainers or physical trainers?
Yeah, personal trainers.
Personal trainers.
Yeah. But you can put your own niche on that once you get your certification. So if you want to go into sports performance, you want to go into bodybuilding, you put your own niche on that. I'm just helping you get the certification you need to get started with helping those people that want your help. Okay,
great. His number again is 531-333-2975. Again, 531-333-2975. In this pandemic, the best thing to do is to be in the best shape that we can be in. And then also, if you need another revenue stream, I mean, what a best way to get it done. You get certification, 8-week, $1,000 to $2,000 investment. I would go through workforce development or even contact the state of Nebraska to see if they have funding, because they have funding for recertifications or certification or re-education right now. And so there's money out there to help pay for the tuition. And so give Brother Lau a call, and then he probably could direct you to those financial resources. Okay. So again, let's be proactive versus reactive. I've been talking about you have to get a business. You have to develop a business in order to maximize the Corona dollars that's coming down from the federal government. If you're just a person, you only get 600, and what else? What's the other one? 1,200 or 1,400 possibly coming. But if you're a business, you can get tens of thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars right now by having a business and having a legit business that you file taxes. I'm telling you, that's where the bag is. The bag is being honest, baby. The bag is being honest and starting your business. And if you start a business under the table, like my man said, if you're doing personal training under the table, then you create a ceiling. You create your own ceiling where you cannot grow. You're gonna go so far. But if you do it legitly, now that expands to whomever.
Sky's the limit.
Because sky's the limit. Because people want to deal with people that's doing business legitimately.
Absolutely.
Brother Daniel, again, you from Omaha?
Yes, sir. And I'm also a veteran too.
Okay, veteran.
Yep.
Who you served for it?
Did the Army back in 1997 to 2001.
Okay, congratulations, bro. Appreciate your service. My dad, Air Force. I know y'all work together without a doubt. So appreciate your service without a doubt. So he is a veteran. So make sure you guys support a veteran, homebred. He started his own university called I Am University Training Academy. They train personal trainers so you can go out and start your own business. I mean, man, I like that. See, we got to create our own parallel structures. And Brother Lau has developed an educational structure. Not only can help his business grow, but actually help your business to grow. Anything else, Brother Lau, before you get out of here?
Yeah, that's it. Just showing Omaha love. Like I said, it's a whole new thing, whole new avenue. There's not a lot of people out here creating schools and things like that. So,
right,
going from being a college dropout to a college creator, that's a blessing in itself.
Without a doubt. Hey, only in America, like my man Don King would say, right. Only in America. Heck yeah. Shouts out to my relative Don King. You know I'm a king. You know we all come from the same plantation. Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. We got our next guest. She just walked in. She, we deal with publicists and you deal with, all these stars and stuff. You deal with agents. You deal with all that stuff, man. But we finally got her in. She's the director of the Department of Health and Human Service of Nebraska. Big Nebraska, without a doubt. And she just walked in the building. And so we're going to get her set up. But Brother Lyles, you are necessary. I am proud to call you my neighbor. We got a brother that started a university that not only can, train a trainer, but also create businesses for those individuals. Oh man, that's a love thy neighbor move, baby.
Absolutely.
That's a love thy neighbor move. So much great success. Even when you get lonely, keep taking one step forward. God got to take 2 steps.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even when somebody say no to you, keep taking that step forward because God got to take 2 steps because that yes is coming. All right, brother Lau?
Definitely.
Keep doing what you've been. You say he's a college dropout to a college creator. Oh man, you a bad dude. You're a bad man.
Man, it's a blessing.
Omaha, Nebraska, the Burbs, the Bluffs. Make sure you get in contact with my man Daniel Lyles. He is the creator, the founder, and the educational director of I Am University Personal Training Academy. You can start your own revenue stream, start your own business. Let's get it done. Make sure you give him a call. What's that number again, brother Lyle?
531-333-2975.
All right.
531-333-2975.
All right, Omaha, we got our next guest in. We finna take a musical break, and then we'll be right back with you. Boss with me.
Don Crucifix.
Appreciate you, boss.
Take a picture real quick.
Yes, sir.
It's Joy on the beat.
Who be the barber? Who be the done? Walking the Prada, what you done? For me no logo, come me the done. That you the dada, come in the crucifix. Parting like we from Puerto Rico. The man them go loco, the girl them go loco. They love me like the tacos. When I visit them from Mexico, take care of. The dog crucifix. Atlanta to London, Nebraska to Lagos to Asia. We dey give them insomnia. Isabella, Maria, Alexa, Julie, and Gabriella. They keep sending love letters. Compressor. We make her feeling nice. She don't realize. Anything you like. Let's make her put it bounce. For crucifix. Parting like we from Puerto Rico. The man them go loco. The girl them go loco. They love me like the tacos. When I visit them from Mexico, they do what they do. They don't crucifix though.
I just don't talk about it.
You want to get in one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Love covers, love heals, love is God revealed. Love is gentle, love is kind, love wins every time. Love is more than an emotion. It's a choice, the only solution to change the world. Choose love. It don't always feel good, it don't always look right, but I choose love. Follow me as I follow Christ. Yeah. Follow me. Follow. Love is patient, unconditional, so meek, very humble, unfailing, the high road that leads to life. You'll never stumble. Love is more than an emotion. It's a choice, the only solution to change the world. I'll choose love. Yeah. It don't always feel good, it don't always look right, but I'll choose love. I'll choose love. Choose love. It don't always feel good, it don't always look, but I Yeah. Follow me. Love God, love people, the two greatest commands. A number one purpose that does more than we can comprehend. Oh, yeah. Choose love. Oh, it don't always feel good. It don't always feel good. I choose love. I choose love. Yeah. It don't always feel good. It don't always look right, but I choose love. Yeah. For me is a full of grace. Follow me. Love's a verb, love's an act, always gives, and that's a fact. Goes far, the extra mile, turns a frown into a smile. I choose love, I choose. Don't always be good, don't always look, but I choose love. I choose
I think you look good with the whole time. All right, Omaha, we're gonna choose love, y'all. That's what we're gonna do. I know it's tough out here. I know it's tough. Oh yeah, follow God, y'all. Follow God. Got the goosebumps. God's in the house. Oh yeah. Those are sisters from Portland, Oregon, y'all. They call her Brown Sisters. They were just here Sunday. No, they was here this weekend. Had a chance to interview them. That's their new cut. It's called I Choose Love. And I keep telling y'all, the only way we're going to get through this is love. You mean that's, I know everybody want to hate on Black Lives Matter and all this stuff, but you can't hate on love. You can't hate on love because love going to be hate all the time. They still got 4 letters. They still got 4 letters. I know y'all like 4 letters words, do y'all? I like 4 letters words because they got love. Love is 4-letter word. All right. Omaha, Nebraska, the Burbs, the Bluffs. Oh, yeah. I got a superstar in the house. Hold on a second. Let me get my chair together. I had to wear my wooden tie, y'all, because I wish a brother would. I wish if they mess with this sister. I'm her bodyguard today. I got 2 sisters here. Fine. I'm bodyguarding today, y'all. I wish a brother would. That's why I wore my wooden bow tie. Just kidding. I don't care who you are. I wish you would, boy. All right. They came all the way down from Lincoln, the state capital. She's very important. She's very important. I like to brag off my neighbors. You know how we do it here at the Boss. That's why we call ourselves the Boss. These are the ethics that I learned in Hilltop Projects. Tough love and love. But we always loved our neighbors. And so I like bragging off my neighbors when they got skills. And this director, she has skills, came in from the East Coast, Midwest, and stirring up stuff, started some stuff. I got some insurance now. I didn't have no insurance before she came. Before you, I didn't have no insurance. After you, I got insurance. Oh Lord, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Miss Smith, I got insurance, and I got my insurance card and everything. Everybody got insurance because of Miss Smith. I know it's a tough job, but I want to pat you on your back. I want to pat you on your back, pat you on the back of the successes, without a doubt. But you know how these stars are, Omaha. I think I'm talking too much. They got their own verbs, adjectives, prepositional phrases, predicates to introduce themselves. I'm going to let her introduce herself, and we're going to get right into a dialogue because she got a whole big folder to talk about. So let's get at it. How you doing today, mademoiselle?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself? It's always a pleasure.
I got great
always
health.
A pleasure.
Vice versa.
Yeah, I got good health too.
Yeah,
and I'm here to talk about how I'm going to maintain that good health. And I want all African Americans to maintain good health.
Without a doubt.
We're going to talk about that.
And for our brothers and sisters, if you white, black, Mexican, black, we all black.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, if you go outside, you get a little darker. Oh yeah, you black.
That's
you
right.
black.
That's right.
Yeah, you part of our family.
Right.
So so what you got going on? How you gonna keep us healthy? Because that's your responsibility.
It is.
I mean,
it is.
You know, from the children all the way to the adult, you got a big job. How many? You got a whole state to be responsible. Like, what?
Well, you know, the last time I came, I think I talked a little bit about how big the department is.
Mhm.
And so with DHHS, there's approximately 4,800 persons that help me serve Nebraskans throughout the state.
Okay.
As you know, since I've been here, I think we've been focusing on the pandemic. The last time I was here, the pandemic wasn't here. No, it was not in place. And so the majority of the time and effort that DHHS is spending is on our response to the pandemic. And as you know, the department, along with all of its local public health departments, have been leading and ensuring that citizens of Nebraskans get tested for COVID. And I want to do a shout out that if you think that you've been exposed in any way, make sure that you are continuing to quarantine or isolate, take those necessary steps. We always want to remind you to put your mask on. Now, I don't have my mask on, but I'm 6 feet away from you and I'm 6 feet away from Kalia. So we're doing good. Wash your hands. Make sure you're not in crowded places and spaces. And as African Americans do, you know, we like to kiss and love and hold hands and just let everybody feel our power. We are in an era right now where we can't do that. But we sure can blow kisses and we sure can give the fist as we agree with each other. And so we want to continue to do all of that.
Right.
But here in Nebraska, we are now moving from the testing segment to, we're going to continue to do testing, but we're moving from testing now to vaccinations. And as you know, vaccinations started hitting the streets here in Nebraska back in the middle to the end of December. We are continuing to organize our efforts, get those vaccinations out.
Okay.
Moderna and Pfizer for all persons who want to be vaccinated. I want to talk a little bit about the African American perspective, if I can. Can I do that?
Well, you know, I'm gonna let you hug that mic. Hug the mic. The mic is yours. We're gonna listen to the teacher because I need to be taught also. We want to make sure that we're getting out the accurate information.
Okay.
And so, no, take the mic. I'm going to yield.
Okay.
All right, Mama. All right.
Well, I know you're going to ask me some questions because I know that's how you do.
You know, I will, but I want to make sure you get all the information out. You came a long way.
Thank you.
My goal is they hear me talk all the time. You got the mic.
So let me say this. I think that the vaccination is so important to us. It is a life-sustaining vehicle for us. And for those of us who have comorbidities and know that we have comorbidities, it is something that we want to consider. And we also want to have that dialogue with our provider about the appropriateness of getting vaccinated right now as part of the priority group. And what I mean by right now is that your provider has said that it's okay. We want you to get vaccinated. And so we're encouraging all African Americans and communities of color to get the vaccination. And here's why. Number one, we've got to do this because it's life sustaining. Number two, I recognize that we've had folklore about the Tuskegee experiments. There have been other experiments done on African Americans. And I get it. And I get the fear. To be honest with you, I've had my own fear and I was raised with some of those because of the age that I am. But where we are right now, it's not an option not to get it. Because as you know, African Americans and Hispanics in particular are dying at a higher rate. And a big part of that is because we have some really significant comorbidities. And so in order to balance our health challenges and to stay well, because we can't just stay locked up in the house, we really do have to get the vaccination. The vaccination keeps us, protects us from actually getting the virus. And so we want to make sure that we take all of those preventive measures as much as we can. Okay. It is critical to our environment, to our community, that we see this as life sustaining. It's more than just a booster shot. That's what we got when I was a little girl. We got the booster shots. Okay. It's more than that. This is about keeping us well, keeping us safe. So that when the prioritization comes up, we can notify you and let you know that it's time for you to come in and be vaccinated. They can register on vaccinate.ne.gov. We also, for those persons who may be elderly, have a difficult time in doing the registration online, we also have a call center. Can you believe that? The department has a call center.
Okay.
We even have some Hispanic staff who are able to help you register, answer your questions right there on the call. And I want to give Will these numbers. The local number is 531-249-1873. And the toll-free number is 833-998-22. Those are the local numbers that people can call to get assistance. We even have assistance for people who are deaf or hard of hearing. And also we have a language line that can help with any interpretation if it's outside of speaking Spanish. So as of yesterday, we've had approximately 245,000 people who have registered for the first dose and had it administered of the vaccination. 65% are African American, are women. 2.1% is Black. That's low. We want to increase that. Okay. We want people to move from hesitancy and fear to the vaccination. I get my hair done.
So it's only 2% that Black?
That's right. We want to increase that.
Ooh.
We are 7.5% here in Nebraska.
So is that 2% those that are 70 and above? Or 65 and above that actually got it? So
yeah, that as well as any of the essential workers that may have gotten it as well. Healthcare, all of that.
Okay.
But let me say this. I was in the beauty shop. I don't go to the salon. I go to the beauty parlor.
Yeah, I go
to the beauty parlor.
Yeah, that's why you look like you. That's why you look like you do. That's why you look like you do.
So here in North Omaha, folks come in, say, look, I'm not going to take the vaccination. I'm waiting on everybody else. Well, let me just say this, that waiting on everybody else is called a herd immunity. That means that everybody else gets immune and gets the vaccination, and I get immunity because I come in contact with people who've already been vaccinated. Well, let me say this to you. I don't think Black folks can wait on herd immunity. Okay. We got to take care of ourselves. Okay. Man. Which means get the vaccination either now.
Okay.
Or when we get ready to move into general population, which is when we going to vaccinate for everybody. That'll be around the May or June timeframe. But those ages from 65 plus, 75 plus, that's our priority. And then we'll be moving into 1B. Everything about prioritization is on my website, dhhs.ne.gov. Dr. LeGrand just launched a new campaign. It's called Finish Strong Nebraska. I like that. Finish Strong Nebraska, which means we want all of our citizens here in Nebraska to be healthy. Okay. We want to beat the other 49 states in the union with having the most healthy persons that live here and the most healthiest people. Everybody got vaccinated. And so that is what we're working on. And I'm going to let you have Dr. LeGrand come and talk about her campaign because it's excellent. She's got all kinds of materials. She's got all kinds of commercials, and she can speak better to it than I can.
Okay.
If you'll let her.
Is the doctor coming on?
It's Dr. LeGrand.
Oh, y'all trying to double team me this morning.
We did. You know how sisters do. Come on now. All right. So let me also share this statistic with you. Not only am I concerned about 2.1 African Americans having been vaccinated, but I'm equally as concerned about the Hispanic population because their numbers are 2.7. And between African Americans and Hispanics, we want to make sure that our communities of color are doing everything that they can. So Dr. LeGrand's going to talk a lot with you about the literature that we're putting out there in Spanish speaking, how we are really trying to make sure that all communities of color have good information about the vaccination and that they're excited about getting the vaccination. I know the folklore we all were raised on, don't get vaccinated because we don't know what they put in the vaccination. I don't think it's an option right now. I don't think it's an option for African Americans. And there are so many great stories and studies out there. And I'm going to let Dr. LeGrand kind of talk about some of the research that she's done to kind of kick off this campaign. So you want to turn it over to her, and I'll kind of shut my mouth, and I'll come back.
Oh yeah, well you know, Omaha, they try to double team me with all this intelligence. I'm gonna just bring out my thing, just let them know. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna pull it out. I'm gonna put it back in. But doctor, welcome. You know, you do a lot of coordinating.
I do with you quite a bit.
I'm pretty sure you're doing a lot of coordinating with the whole state.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, it's nice to actually get you on the mic, because most of the time you actually
are behind the scenes.
Yeah, communicating, directing, and all that stuff. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Why don't you go ahead and take the mic?
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, and it's so nice to be here. As you know, I am the communications director for DHHS, and what I want your listeners to know and viewers to know is that we, yes, indeed have launched a campaign, as CEO Smith has said. It's called Finish Strong Nebraska. It's finishstrong.ne.gov. If you go there, the portal that CEO Smith mentioned, that portal information is found there. You can go straight to the portal by going to vaccinate.ne.gov. But if you want to know a little bit more about the portal before you enter your information, want to know what information should you be entering and what you can expect, there's a little tutorial and information about the portal. That's on the finishstrong.ne.gov. But if you want to just go straight to the portal and register, you can go to vaccinate.ne.gov. But Finish Strong is really the brainchild of so many local health department directors that helped us. We did a survey back in November, and lots of stakeholder groups, organizations, our local health department directors who we've been working with very closely, they helped to disseminate that survey out. They also helped us to give us some feedback from what they were dealing with in their various communities about hesitancy, why people might have been reluctant to take the vaccine. And so as we worked on that, I had a consultant and some other folks working with me. We used that information to work with the creative team to come up with this Finish Strong Nebraska campaign. And, we in Nebraska, I've, become very, familiar with the culture here in my 14 months that I've been here. Sometimes it seems a little longer with the pandemic and all that's going on, but I just really think we want to stick together and we want to encourage each other. And so the Finish Strong really resonated with the local health departments and the messaging that they were giving us. But we thought it important to deal with those hesitancies. So we know African Americans have hesitancy, as CEO Smith mentioned about Henrietta Lacks and Tuskegee and other things that we know about. And one thing I found in my research was Dr. Kizzy Corbett. She was a lead researcher. She's an African-American woman. She's a lead researcher on the Moderna vaccine. And so we have a little clip on there. It's actually a 50-minute clip, and she's doing a speech with or a talk with MIT. To MIT to ask if we could have permission, and they gave us permission. We'll be working with other stakeholder groups and educational institutions here in Nebraska and elsewhere to get information compiled so that as people are waiting for their time, to come, if we are getting to May or June, they have a lot of time to do some research. So you go on Finish Strong, you can find fact sheets. We dispel some myths and some hesitancies. We deal with some hesitancies. We're going to be launching some other things affiliated with the Finish Strong campaign. But it's just a really good way to house a lot of information. When people have questions, we are doing weekly Facebook Lives. We're doing releases. But when we get information from different stakeholders in the community, various people send me emails and, our vaccine team emails. We look at those things and find themes. And then we try to come up with, let's have a Facebook group or a Facebook Live rather, that talks about this particular entity or this particular hesitancy or question so that people can be very well informed. So the goal is to get people just looking at it regularly, looking at the FAQs, looking at the fact sheets. They can take things into their own hands. I know we have a lot of nonprofit groups and a lot of community organizations, faith-based groups we've been working with, and there's toolkit information on there. So if they want to share, feel free to steal our stuff because it's getting people healthy. So they can download our, there's commercials up there. They can download the 30-second, the 15-second. They can download PSAs. There's audio and video on the site. There's a Spanish PSA. We're working to get some of the other materials translated in Spanish. And so it's just going to be a repository to help people keep motivated, because we know this is not a sprint. This is a long distance run, but we want people to really be informed and to finish strong.
So let me also add to that. One of the things that I heard, Will, when I came to see you the first time, is that our community was so mistrustful of government. And I want to say to you that we are working and doing our level best to make sure that we provide information.
Okay.
Now, what we can't do is we can't make you read it. But what we can do is provide you with all the information you need to make a good decision about your health. And I feel as though Dr. LeGrand and her team have done an excellent job. And I just brought for you today one of her documents that I love that talks about myths and facts.
Okay.
Because, you know, so often we live with what's said in the beauty parlor.
Right.
Okay. See, I was in the beauty parlor Saturday and all kinds of myths were rolling around about why I'm not going to take the vaccine. And I want to be honest with you. A lot of the folks that day in the beauty parlor with me were 50 plus. And I know we don't have a reason to talk about why we're not going to take the vaccination.
Right.
Okay. Because we ain't got too many years ahead of us. So,
well, you know, you never know because a young lady at 14 just got her master's degree. So she might be the one that discover something.
She might, and we want to help her. But let me just say this: until she gets there, take the vaccine. Okay, take the vaccine.
So, man, it's
so we heard. You know what I'm saying to you is we heard you.
Yeah,
we heard about the mistrust of DHHS.
But it's not about your department.
You know, now wait. No,
it's not. It's not.
I know, but I gotta say this.
Right.
I gotta say this because I'm a part of all of that.
Right.
And what I want our community to know, African Americans and communities of color, we hear you. And so where we are able within our control to make those changes, that's what you see us doing. And a big part of that is getting out good information because we want to protect not only all Nebraskans, but certainly those communities of color for which we participate in.
Okay. Well, you know, I mean, the outreach that you have done is incredible. Now we just got to make sure that it's in a language, you know, of our people. So it might have to be to some music. I know we're playing a hip hop track through Creighton University with a local artist.
Yes.
Talking about, you know, the importance of, the COVID. And so I think artists, once you start including artists on a local level, you know, trusted voices, then you'll get some wiggle room. But so myself, I'm 55, no jive. 55 on no jive. So I'm skeptical, but I do want older people to take it, you know, as I rather caution on the side. I rather err on the side of caution.
Yes, exactly.
That's right.
And that's what the whole purpose of that campaign was. And we got some other things that'll be coming down the pike in the next several months that I think will be a nice way for people that are in the community to share their vaccination story and share their, encourage others. But I just really think what CEO Smith is doing, she has been making a concerted effort to reach out to minority community, specifically the African-American community this month as it's Black History Month. Next month, we'll be reaching out to Hispanic community specifically. And it's not that we're not reaching out overall, you know, but we're doing some concerted efforts in town halls. And then in April, we'll be doing some outreach to Native Americans. So we've been offering ourselves to be invited to town halls, whether it's an existing town hall or meeting or event, or we've been helping to organize one. So like tonight, she's talking to the Lincoln chapter of the NAACP, along with Lancaster Health Department. We've been sometimes partnering with the health department. Sometimes, you know, if they are asking us or pastors or ministers. She had a great talk yesterday. It's Heart Health Month as well. So she had a great talk yesterday with Dr. Purcell, who is a Black cardiologist in Nebraska, and they were phenomenal. I thought they were going to start their own talk show, but just really important to just be on top of your health. And so those are the things that we're trying to do at that grassroots level and try to reach out to folks. So,
well, you know, you ladies are very important in this dialogue. I mean, outreach is important. It adds authenticity, to the words that's online. But I always want to think about the sick and shed in, because my reverend, he always say think about the sick and shed in, and so that there's probably like 30% of people that can't read, and so I want to make sure that we be able to put those PSAs or even advertise on our station, so we here are not going to be a deterrent or put out messages that you shouldn't take it. So I always tell people to stay in the best shape that you can if you're not going to take it.
That's right.
But
exactly.
But I always tell them that I'd rather err on the side of caution.
Yes.
And so I am still thinking about it.
Yes.
We still got time.
Yes,
Yep.
you do.
We
That's
still
why
got
you got
time.
time to go and finish strong and
time.
get yourself educated. Look at the
Right.
information.
And
you'll see
again,
some TV commercials.
You know, I think what you hear the state saying is we think it is a valuable medical tool, but only you can make the decision for
Right.
yourself. What we're saying is we want our community to make an informed decision,
Right.
not a folklore decision.
So everybody is around the world is taking the same vaccine. There's no difference. They don't send the vaccine out by zip code.
No.
Okay, because you know the insurance agents, you know, they you know, if
Right.
you live in a certain zip code,
Right.
you gotta pay more insurance.
No.
You know what I mean? So so it's nothing like that because you know I have conspiracy theorists come here because I want to make sure everybody get a chance to be on the mic so we can really
That's right.
conceptualize
That's
if it's reality or not.
So let us tell you a little bit about how it gets here. Because I
Okay.
think that there is a thought that DHHS or the state has this big warehouse refrigerator
Right.
where all the vaccines are. That's not true.
Okay.
What happens is the approved providers, we have approved providers throughout the state. They tell us how many vials of vaccination that they need to be able to vaccinate in their community.
Okay.
We act as the liaison to the distributor.
Okay.
We then put those orders in. It's sent to the federal government. The federal government fills the order.
Okay.
But the order, when it comes into Nebraska, goes to the providers. It never comes to DHHS.
So say it stays in the medical transfer.
That's right.
So
Exactly.
it never lead a chain of the medical.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
It never leaves the chain.
Okay.
So it goes directly to the provider.
Okay.
And the provider then does the inoculation based on what our goal is in terms of our prioritization. Here's what DHHS does. We are keeping count of all the vials that are coming in the state,
Okay.
what the inventory looks like, and we're making sure as much as we can to have equity
Okay.
in terms of where those vials go. So let me just give you an example. We know that the western part of the state isn't heavily populated.
Right.
They're getting it, but they may not get as much as a Douglas County or a Lancaster.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So we're trying to make sure that we create balance.
Right.
And we're trying to make sure that as the products come out, Moderna and Pfizer is spread equally throughout the state.
You mentioned I'm blessed to get a grant through the state of Nebraska to be building a broadband on the Indian reservation.
Oh, okay. I heard about that.
Yeah, the poorest
I know.
area
I know.
in Nebraska.
Yeah.
We the second poorest.
Yeah.
But when I went there, I actually cried. I actually cried because I only got one store. Are they on that list to make sure that they get vaccine?
We are making sure that on the reservations that is indeed happening. Now, I am trying to make sure, and I would have to get more information. Sometimes the reservations deal directly with the federal government, and
Right,
those
right, right.
allocations don't necessarily come through Nebraska.
Okay.
Okay, but we still are responsible for
For
making
inventory.
sure,
Okay,
absolutely,
okay.
for the inventory. We're still responsible for that count.
Okay.
Okay. Just like you may have heard that some of our retail pharmacies are going to be doing vaccinations. You may have heard that CVS, community pharmacy, Walmart, Walgreens are all going to be doing some inoculations. You may have heard about that.
So good. So
Okay.
basically they're extension of what they've been doing on the flu side.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
But what we will do is keep the count.
Okay.
So that we know who's all getting vaccinated.
So there's no way where it can be distinguished that it's going to just hurt black people.
No.
Because it's in the medical chain, and then once a medical professional gets it, everything is labeled the same.
It's labeled.
It might have different serial number based off of
absolutely.
based off the vial, so you
Absolutely.
keep inventory.
That's right.
But the lot numbers are huge.
Right,
There's
so
gonna be
lot numbers,
millions
okay,
in
okay,
the
okay.
lot number.
So
Yeah.
it's none of this. I'm gonna take 100 vials
Mhm.
and this go to the African American folk. No, not
Okay.
happening.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
that's not possible.
Okay, what's see? I'm feeling a little bit easier. I'm feeling a little bit easier. See,
We're gonna get you there, William.
We're gonna get you there. Well, here's the thing, Will.
and I think we need to continue to have these candid conversations because because overall we're looking at racism as the overall umbrella that's creating the continuous decision making that African Americans or I would call us Black Americans, because we're born here. African Americans are our brothers that just came from Africa, and so we are Black American. We are particular individuals based off of our history of slavery, and so we still got to deal with racism. I'm gonna have you guys part of the dialogue. We myself and the city councilwoman, she's a white woman, and we're gonna have a candid conversation about just race, because we just had a high school students from Omaha go to North Fork and that's called the N-word. But health disparities are directly related to how we perceive other people are.
That's correct.
And so I want to invite you ladies to the conversation, because I think it's important, because until we deal with the overall racism, then we're going to continue to struggle with us being hesitant to seek help when it's probably it's all good.
Right.
But we still got that fear.
Yeah. And I think that's why it's important for us to find information to share with, like, again, Dr. Kizzy Corbett. I didn't know that she was the lead researcher in the COVID vaccine.
Right.
She's a young African-American woman, epidemiologist, has like lots of letters and things behind her name. There was so many people that are of color that participated in the research studies, which I think is very important information to share. And we've just really, we've come a long way since those days of Tuskegee and Henrietta Lacks. We still know that, there's need for advocacy and things of that nature. But I think that it's really enlightening to see how many African Americans and other communities of color were really involved in not only the creation, the logistical pieces, testing facet of this vaccine, even the fast track process that we. I understand that an African American woman created that process, and so
now I'm hearing it from you ladies. It shouldn't be another hidden figures no more.
No, it shouldn't be, but sometimes are.
But this time it should be. It can be out front like y'all. To decrease the fear, because if Black people know that Black people participated, in the process, it's a whole different mindset.
Right? Absolutely.
Versus trying to hide them. That's right. And it bring about 20 years, 30, 40, 50 years later.
And that's why we're out here communicating, because we want our community to know that we're vested in good health. And oftentimes we don't get to speak to each other to talk about how important good health is between you and I. We don't talk about that. Many instances in our families, we're told not to talk about our health conditions. And so, we want people to know how important the choice is. You don't have to do it, but I'm saying to you, in this era that we're in right now, to not do something would not be good. I think your point about if you're not going to do the vaccination, you better be very healthy. I would recommend that. You need to be super healthy, because if you look at some of the stories that are coming out, some of the most healthiest people have died.
Yeah.
Okay. People that exercise the whole 9 yards, ate correctly. So this is a different era with this virus. We have a couple of other viruses that are hitting us from the UK and from South America. Of course, they aren't as deadly, but they sure are contagious, and the vaccine helps with that.
Omaha, the burbs, the bluffs. We are talking to Dr. LeGrand.
LeGrand, yes, Kalila.
Okay, and Director Smith of DHHS. They are giving us a update on the COVID-19 vaccine, the rollout, the myth, the facts. Please go to their website, finishstrong.ne.gov. Again, that's finishstrong.ne.gov. All your questions, all your concerns could be answered there. If you can't read, there is a number. You guys got a number, right?
Correct, we do. And let me give you that number. The local number is 531 249 1873. That's 531 249 1873. And our toll-free number is 833 888-998-2275. And if you'd be so kind to post that for us, we'd appreciate it.
I shall. Again, we appreciate you ladies coming down.
Thank you.
Like I said, I feel a lot easier, coming from, Black voices, because,
Absolutely.
just the history.
Mhm.
I think it's very important that even those manufacturers put those researchers out front.
Mhm.
And because it's going to be a great skepticism.
Absolutely.
I'm glad that you guys are doing outreach to the Black community, because that
Mhm.
shows that you care.
Absolutely.
That
We're
shows
part
that
of
you
that
care.
community.
Part of it.
and
Right.
We got family that have been affected, and
Mhm.
we're trying to stay as healthy as we can.
So I'm glad that the governor picked your team, because I do got insurance now. Before I didn't have no insurance. I'm for real. And being an entrepreneur is higher to get insurance as an entrepreneur.
Mhm, mhm.
But with the expansion of
Of
Medicaid,
yeah.
that has helped. Now the federal government has opened up the window for Affordable Care Act, and so if you don't have dental or visual, now you can get that through Affordable Care
That's
Act
correct.
if you don't meet the qualification of Medicaid. Is that period still open, or is
It's
it
still
closed?
open? We're
Absolutely.
still
We're
doing
taking over.
Medicaid expansion.
Yep.
Okay, so
We are still doing Medicaid expansion.
It's going very well.
We have accepted. Let me see if you allow me just a little bit
no,
of time.
that's good. I know you got a
I
big
may
book
have
there.
my numbers here.
You got a big book there. I know you got a big book.
Well, see, I roll with my stuff. I
Okay.
always like to be prepared.
Heck yeah, I ain't mad at you.
So, in terms of HHA, that's our heritage plan, which is the Medicaid expansion, we've done approximately 32,986 applications of people who have qualified.
All right.
Okay. So let's talk about Omaha. Got some numbers for Omaha.
Okay.
For just the basic plan under Medicaid expansion, we have approximately 13,007 people who are on the basic plan just from Omaha.
Okay.
Those who are on the prime, those are the ones that are 18 to 19, have some disabilities, and a woman that could be pregnant, something like
Okay,
that
okay.
that raised to the prime.
Uh-huh.
We have about 3,800 folks from Omaha. So that's the statistic. So I keep a statistical chart of where everybody is falling out of that 32,000.
Right.
So I keep my eyes on Medicaid expansion.
Well, so I think we need to continue to advertise that too.
Yes,
You
absolutely.
got a big budget over there. Don't you got a big budget? real with some dollars on?
It's a lot of pots. It's a lot of pots.
A lot of pot and a lot of money in
Hey,
Medicaid expansion. Trust me.
Hey, y'all been good to me. Hey, I need some more. I need
Yes,
some more,
we
Governor. I
appreciate
need some more.
you
Some more, Governor.
advertising. I know we already talked about doing
Oh, yeah.
advertising for
Yeah.
COVID too. So
No,
yeah.
but I mean, but that's good because we got to for our people. We got to have a consistent message in order to
Yes.
change behavior.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's correct.
We gotta have
That's correct.
consistent messaging in order to change behavior
Mm-hmm.
for real, because we got so much stuff we're dealing with. We gotta make sure that the message get through. But I'm glad that that the governor has hired you young ladies as a representative. You've been about it so far. I mean, if you have any problem, let me know, because I got a crew. So. But no, for real, that I just want to give credit to when credit's due.
Thank you.
And so those individuals, so 33,000 people, are very appreciative, because I actually interviewed people 2 years ago before you got here. They were moving to Iowa because they took the expansion.
Okay.
And so you saving people homes and all that stuff. They ain't moving no more.
Not move. Well, good. We want them to stay here as Nebraskans. And again, we want Nebraskans and communities of color, African Americans, to know we're working hard, and
Without
we're
a
trying
doubt.
to level the playing field as much as we can.
Without a doubt, I'm gonna brag on you. Without a doubt, we're gonna brag on you on the great work that you ladies are doing.
Thank you.
And gonna do. Anytime you do outreach, that's a sign of love. That's a love thy neighbor
It
move,
is.
Mm-hmm.
and
Thank
that's
you.
the best move that you can do. Did we get everything covered this morning?
I think we have.
Okay. All
so.
right.
I think we have.
All right. Omaha, Nebraska. We are talking to Dr. LeGrand and Director Smith of Department of Health and Human Service of Nebraska. Oh yeah, all Nebraska. And so she came and gave us some updated information on how we can work through these myths and fears. And so we're gonna talk about facts, and I'm gonna go over these myths and stuff like that. And so we still have some time as far as the general population. And we're gonna bring them back again because I know they got some more updated information maybe next month. Have you guys come on.
Absolutely.
And then give us another report, because as we get closer to the
General
next rollout,
population.
then we got to do some more talking.
Yes.
We gotta do some more talking.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
say mama and them pulling up, y'all.
And we want mom and them to pull on up. Okay, we really do.
Well, hey, mama pull up. Well, I'm in line. What my? Okay, all right. So mama gonna make you tell the truth. So Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs, we are fortunate to have some great leadership, and you are leading from the bottom up.
Yes,
You're getting input from the community, which is a sign of great leadership.
Thank you.
Most people always want to lead from the bottom. I mean, from the top down. Tell people what to do. No, you ladies do outreach. You do outreach, which is necessary to get input from others, and so you can make informed decisions, which is necessary. Yes. All right, Omaha, Nebraska. I'm running for mayor, and when I wear mayor, I'll be bringing people like this in on a regular. See, I don't know if the current mayor is doing this, but I will do this as your mayor to make sure that we're proactive. And we approach this with a smile, because when you smile, that releases all endorphins that create healing.
That's right.
You see, God's a great God. He's a great guy, y'all.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies, thank you. Appreciate
you.
you. Omaha, we got another guest. Her name is Shana Sevilla. She got a very unique name. She's an economic development planner. And she's with MAPA. They're going to be talking about broadband testing all across the state. We want everybody to participate in the testing of broadband in your area, so we can kind of determine where the need is. And so we're going to be talking to her in a second. I'm going to take a music break real quick, and we'll take some pictures and be right back with you.
Thank you. All right.
It's 2 in the morning. I'm up talking sex with you. Right. Yeah. Anything I like, it's whatever you wanna do. Baby, love when you wanna get close to me. I need your energy. I want love when you turn me on. I love it, you're tasting me. You work it, babe, and you deserve it, babe. Loving you taste me, babe, and you deserve it. Loving you work it, babe. I don't want no one else. Keep it out for me, babe. Keep it out for me, babe. It's going down tonight. Come and pick me up. Come and fill this cup. Yeah, ooh, baby, fit me in this ride. You know what's up. Meet me downtown. Gotta turn up this club. I want love when you turn me on. I love it. So taste me. Taste me. You work it, baby. You deserve it, baby. Love when you taste me. You deserve that shit. Oh, yeah, you work it, baby. I don't want no one else. Keep it all for me, baby. Keep it all for me in the morning. I'm up talking sex with you. Right? Yeah. You know, when you bang my line, it's whatever you wanna do. Right? Yeah. You know, say that you needed me, waiting so patiently. I don't need more minutes. I am the sun shining over you, shining over you. My love makes things grow. Feel the way I move, feel the way I move. I am the stars overpowering you. But don't do me wrong, or I'm coming after you, Ooh. I am the sun shining over you, shining over you. My love makes things grow. Feel the way I move, feel the way I move. I am the stars overpowering you. But don't do me wrong, or I'm coming after you, Ooh.
Warriors, walk like walk. Warrior sound cry walk. Lit like big, let go. Moving that wall like mo. Warrior sound cry walk. Warrior sound cry walk. Lit like big, let go. Moving that wall like mo. Warrior built like me. Earthman say la bird. Earthman came for peace. For peace and still be scared. Can't stop living like golden. With the fan bell running, we rollin'. Potters like living like golden. Potters style living like golden. I wake up, I feel like I'm chosen. My life golden, the crown and the Rolex. Here where my is chance. They like we're stolen, we back to collect. I need the same, go around my neck. Got me a pin, put a thorn in that beat. Yeah, we this shit, we just masking the sin. My bro, he a savage, his name on the list, he get nice with the pen. I feel the spirit blowing in the wind, working even when the moon ain't lit. Some good slaves to the game, but we own our own masters and whips. Warrior sound cry walk. Warrior sound cry walk. Lit like big, let go. Moving that wall like mo. Warrior sound cry walk. Warrior sound cry walk. Lit like big, let go. Moving that wall like mo. Warrior built like me. Earthman say la bird. Earthman came for peace. For peace and still be scared. Can't stop living like golden. With the fan bell running, we rollin'. Potters like living like golden. Potters style living like golden. Here we come, guess my time has arrived. Copper Prince, aboriginal rise. My ancestors told me you wait to kill Kobe. You know my next movie, no surprise. I'm about to slide at the village. I got my eye on all y'all pilgrims. All you need for there's a creation. Spirit culture got separated. This is a war zone where my banshee sound of a battle cry ringing, dancing, king with arrows and gasoline matching, swording my ground 10 toes standing. Warrior sound cry walk. Warrior sound cry walk. Lit like big, let go. Moving that wall like mo. Warrior sound cry walk. Warrior sound cry walk. Lit like big, let go. Moving that wall like mo. Warrior built like me. Earthman say la bird. Earthman came for peace. For peace and still be scared. Can't stop living like golden. With the fan bell running, we rollin'. Potters like living like golden. Potters style living like golden.
It's a good thing.
The only thing I haven't done really is now in the governmental side and get more on the advocacy governmental side, which we do some of that. So.
Okay. Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. We got our next guest in the house. You know how these stars are. Omaha, she was back there with her publicist, makeup artist and stuff, waiting for the previous ladies to get through. You know, they got their own nouns, verbs, adjectives, prepositional phrases, and predicates to introduce themselves. But I want to say her name. I'm gonna let her say her name, but because it's like a tongue twister. I know the first name is Shauna.
It is Shauna Silvius.
Silvius. Okay.
Silvius,
Okay.
yes.
All right, like Julius. Silvius.
Silvius, yeah.
Silvius. Okay. All right. She's the economic development planner for MAPA. Here. Metro Area Planning Agency, and she's come to talk to us about broadband testing, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So why don't you go ahead and let people know who you are, what you do, and how can they participate?
Sure. So I started with MAPA at the end of September, and I was hired basically to utilize the U.S. Economic Development Administration CARES Act funding for COVID-19 recovery.
Okay.
And one of our projects is a statewide mapping of all the internet service providers across the state of Nebraska. And that will include also the county of Potawatomi and Mills County in Iowa, because MAPA serves those two counties in Iowa.
So you want to make sure you have all the providers that's providing internet service.
Basically, what we want to see is what are the actual upload and download speeds of internet service across the state.
Okay.
So that we can identify areas, geographic areas where there's lack of service, where we can identify neighborhoods possibly where there is no service or people aren't subscribing to service.
Okay.
And we want to definitely look at our subscription rates. We're not really going to do much on that, but we'll be basically looking across the state at the map of where there's service and where there's not. So unserved and underserved areas is what we're trying to identify.
Who what brought this on? Was this part of the CARES Act 2 funding to help out with the broadband mapping through the FCC? Are you part of that?
So the EDA provides the funding for this particular initiative. The Nebraska Regional Officials Council, which is NROC, is our state association of our development districts, which MAPA is a development district for the state of Nebraska, and Iowa. We're considered a council of governments in Iowa.
Okay.
And so our entire state association applied. We all applied for funding to support COVID recovery and resiliency with regard to our business and also our community development efforts, so that we can proactively address and overcome any issues where we're struggling and losing business or losing population. So the key is to identify areas where we do not have access to broadband so that we can build those areas out, or identify areas where there are folks not subscribing to broadband for any particular reason, which could be a number of things. It could be not having access. It could be their income level and the subscription rates don't accommodate their being able to afford service. And it could also be that they just don't have the skills necessary to utilize internet service. But as we've seen through COVID, the increased use of broadband, even in households, because we have telelearning or telehealth, and we also have students doing virtual learning. You've got businesses with folks working from home. So you may have a household of four folks all on the internet at the same time. The other thing that's important to note is that bandwidth capacity, which is the speed in which that message is delivered, is defined by the FCC as acceptable at 25 megabits per second download and 3 megabytes per second upload. So what we know is that was an increase from the former level, which was 10 down and 1 up.
Right.
So it's definitely an improvement. However, we know that the 25.3 is not adequate for most households that are using it on a regular frequency. So what this will do is, again, identify areas where there's no connectivity or no access, but also areas where the access is lagging. So when we say bandwidth capacity, there's actually a website out there called broadbandnow.org. And if you go to that, you can enter how many devices you use in your household, what you do on the internet, and it will give you an estimation of what your download and upload speeds should be, what type of service you should be utilizing. And also a person's modem also plays into the receptivity that they receive in their home. So making sure you have an up-to-date modem with your service is really important as well. So what else can I tell you about this? I guess
now it's funded through the CARES Act. Now, once you obtain this data, how long is this data research is going to go on?
So NROC, our state association, has contracted with a company called Geo Partners out of Minnesota. They're an independent data and analysis firm with extensive expertise in this area. They have written the code for the program on the backside of the speed test. And so what they have done is, and we've entered into this contract for 2 years. So we encourage folks to go out and take the speed test. It's painless. It takes 1 minute when you're on Wi-Fi or when you're on internet. And even if you're not, because we are measuring cellular service as well, you just go to nebraskaspeedtest.org and you'll scroll down the page. You'll enter your address, however you want to provide it, whether you want to provide your full address, partial address, or if you do not have service, we definitely want you to also do this so that we can map where there is no service. And then you'll just hit run. Well, actually, it'll have you enter your address and information, and then you hit run. And it just takes a couple minutes. Then you'll see a screen that will give you 4 little round circles. The first 2 are what are important to you. The download speed will be listed on the left, and then the next one to the right will be your upload speed.
Okay.
So that will tell you what your actuals are at the time in which you took that test.
Okay, great. So it's just almost like a 2-year process then.
It'll be a 2-year process. We're going to do it for that long so we can get very valid, statistically valid data.
Okay.
Because we are hoping to help provide our local government and our state agencies and our local economic development areas the opportunity to identify those areas that they need to improve or expand and put a plan together. I was going to say also, once you take the test and you see your results, you can scroll further down the page and you can see the state of Nebraska, and you'll be able to identify these dots that will be on the map. And the dots are referencing the speed of those tests that were taken.
Okay.
So you can actually scroll over those dots, and off to the right, you'll see a listing of all of the providers and what the download and upload speeds have been in those areas. And off to the left, it'll tell you what the dots represent. So it's just an interesting, and the state is starting to fill in. We launched this February 9th across the state of Nebraska. And again, Pottawatomie and Mills County are participants in this as well. So the goal is to get the entire state mapped as quickly as we can, but we will keep that speed test up for a while.
What forms of outreach are you guys using, especially I'm building on a native in Macy, Nebraska. There's no communication, like where they don't know nothing about this. I did a speed test based off of my grant process, so I can validate that there was a need.
Sure.
So
how are we getting Sure. So obviously going through the state agency across the state for each of our development districts, we're deploying that information out. We are working with key partners. Governor Ricketts has identified broadband as one of his top 3 priorities. Right. Governor Reynolds has also identified broadband as our top 3 on the Iowa side. And there are dollars available. Like in Iowa, the governor is allocating $150 million per year for the next 3 years. And Governor Ricketts is also allocating funds for broadband. There has been a task force working on this. There are other agencies that are doing things across the state. And so the key is partnering with those agencies, those leadership groups, municipal, education, healthcare.
Because you know, being in media,
and media, obviously.
So I think media would have to be the lead to get the outreach out.
So we did drop the press release. The initial press release went to, I think it was 80 broadcast stations and all like 150 statewide newspapers.
Right.
The Omaha World Herald, the Council Buffs,
Right.
Tribute or Nonpareil.
So once they do a test, they'll get a dot. And
Yes.
so, bam, okay. The goal 2-year process. Is there a certain percentage that you of course you want 100%, but is there a certain baseline that you can utilize to
There, you know, the analytics
or just the
side
numbers
of it.
are the numbers are just the numbers?
We want to see as many on the map as we can get.
Okay.
And so, you know, that way we know that the data is more statistically valid.
Right.
So,
So did they give you guys money for marketing? Because if people aren't aware, then they won't know, so they can't take. So
exactly. So we are working with our local radio stations and our
Right.
newspapers in our regional area,
Okay.
as are the other development districts. It's kind of an interesting way of deploying this because we each have our own areas that we're responsible for, but also it's a statewide approach. So we're kind of doing a statewide launch, which was just, you know, last week. And that was statewide. Whereas now we need to, in our local areas, get out into the communities and get all that information into utility bills, into social media posts. We're just starting. We're just starting to launch it in our local area.
Well, we can talk about that afterwards. 'Cause
Yeah.
I guess it's not good ideas because you know I'm in that field and if people don't know that they can take advantage of this process because that information is necessary so people can know what to build.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So we'll providers know what to build, or if providers say that they're providing a certain speed, then we can validate if is that accurate or not.
Absolutely.
And so I think that's a way to check and balance, but also a way to make sure that we get a good mapping of need as well as like I said, the affordability of it.
Sure. You know, and I was going to say, internet today, as definitely as a result of COVID, we realize that internet and access to broadband is an essential utility. It's an essential infrastructure, just like water and sewer, just like telephone. So it is one of those things that we absolutely have to get installed. And that's why there's so many agencies and the government looking at how do we build this out. But how do we build it out affordably and in the wisest way that we can? So there's a number of different ways that broadband can be delivered. And people hear the terms and they interchange the terms misappropriately usually, such as fiber, cable, DSL, bandwidth capacity, Wi-Fi, fixed wireless, aerial, cellular, satellite, 5G. So these are all ways that broadband or internet communications can take place. And so the key is, how does an area build out the most economically and the most efficiently and effectively to address the needs of their area?
Great.
And so that's the number one priority here with this initiative. It's basically the baby step to the next part, which is actually identifying those areas to build out, or identify areas where maybe the services just needs to be improved, or we need to educate more people on how to get access or improve their skills.
Okay.
So internet it affects our professional lives, our personal lives, and our social lives.
Right.
So that's why it's so essential in today's world.
Great. Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. I'm talking to Shauna Silvius.
That's correct.
She is the Economic Development Planner for MAPA. They are doing speed tests across Nebraska as well as Iowa.
Just Potawatomi and Mills County.
Okay.
Yep.
Is it still Iowa? Is it iowaspeedtest.org?
No.
Or still Nebraska?
It's still the Nebraska
Okay.
Speedtest.org. Yes.
Okay, cool. Just go to nebraskaspeedtest.org. If you hear my voice, go to it and you will be identified on a map with a little dot and some information. You're a star. You're a star, baby. You're a star. So participate. We are building our own network in Macy, Nebraska because of the lack of adequate internet in that area. And then we're gonna be coming to Omaha and start building here. And so I need that information too. I need that information.
Mm-hmm.
So is that information gonna be accessible to providers and to regular citizens?
We will have the information available, I'm sure, in a final report that we'll be, sharing. Absolutely. So there was something I was going to say. Oh, something that's also important to note is that, broadband is challenging in rural areas, but also in urban neighborhoods.
Yes,
so there's that it affects everything across the digital divide is what we're trying to overcome. Is how do we overcome the divide between those in urban areas that do not have access in urban neighborhoods and rural areas?
Right.
So it's really trying to bridge that gap.
Without a
That's what
doubt.
we're trying to do.
Well, we appreciate it. Is there anything that we didn't discuss that you want to make sure that we do?
Again, this is funded by the U.S. Economic Development Administration, CARES Act fund that we received. So thank you for those funds. Trying to think. It's really important for education, for healthcare, for our emergency services.
Right.
Even our older infrastructure, like our water pipes under the ground and our streets and our lighting, our stoplights, are all run by digital internet-based service.
Right.
So it is essential that we get this everywhere in the United States. So
Okay.
have everybody participate. We'd appreciate it. And we'll keep you posted. You'll hear more about it. We'll continue to educate people.
Without a doubt. Shauna, I want to let you know that you are welcome back.
Thank you.
Just give us keep us updated on the process.
Excellent.
That this is an important because again, internet is a utility and it's necessary because people are working from home, telemedicine, students, entrepreneurs, period. And so if people don't have access, then they cannot connect to the world. And so the work that you guys are doing is necessary.
Yeah.
Let us know how we can participate in any way, especially being from the media background, because it's necessary that we get accurate information so we can put out better systems.
That's right.
We
appreciate it. We appreciate you having us on.
No problem. I appreciate you coming in. Without a doubt, it's going to be saved, archived on YouTube, Facebook, and of course, it was broadcast in the cars. Omaha, Nebraska. It is 9:38, and I didn't say it today. Today is Love Yourself Thursday. Yes, Love Yourself Thursday. Be purposeful on loving yourself today. I don't care what it is. If it's taking a drive, smoking your cigar, hang out with your grandchildren, whatever it is, get it done today. Grill it on the grill. I don't care if it's snow outside. Grill it on the grill. Wherever it is that you love doing, that you love yourself today, be purposeful today because, with everything that's going on, if you don't love yourself, it's hard for you to love others. And so here at 95.7 The Boss, our goal is to improve self, our families, and our community. But first, it begins with self. So today, Love Yourself Thursday. I don't care, big old bowl of ice cream, whatever it is, get it done and enjoy yourself. Put a smile on your face too while you're doing it. Put a big old smile on your face. Enjoy yourself today. Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. We are out of here. We had a full house of guests. I want to thank our guests. All my guests came in today. We'll bring the music back up in 1 second. All right. Boss with me, y'all.
No views, no plays, so I made a play. No love when I post, had to fade away. Big yacht, first I want a big watch with a big face spinning like a blade. Let me show you how to upgrade. Baby girl, you need to upgrade. Baby girl, you need to upgrade. Let me show you how to upgrade. Rip socks, now I want them big knots. Big knots, all I know is big walk. Gas up,
What you say?
let me show you how to upgrade. If I take a stand, then I'm gon' lie. Cause I know that justice isn't colorblind. Sitting shots, thinking that he Columbine. Call a bro, bring the carbine. Realize my potential when you're chasing no him. So I'm climbing to the top, don't bring down the fence. Certain lines you don't cross. Got me with the sauce, Colonel Sanders with the sauce. Wanna chain that look like Hawk. I wanna chain that look like Hawk.
Ain't no taming me, I love my niggas.
Baby look like Killer Frog. Why? She gon' go until she cough. She hit my line to get it off. Yeah, I wanna chain that look like Hawk. Baby look like Killer Frog. Why? She gon' go until she cough. She hit my line to get it off. Soft and I know it, so I gotta go harder. Ain't no toss or pass, cause I feel like a baller. She didn't want me back then, I gotta charge. Yeah, I gotta charge. No views, no play, so I made a play. No love when I post, had to fade away. Big yacht, first I want a big watch with a big face spinning like a blade flag. Let me show you how to upgrade. Baby girl, you need to upgrade. Baby girl, you need to upgrade. Let me show you how to upgrade. Rip socks, now I want big knots. Big knots, all I know is big walk. Gas up, like a quick shot. Let me show you how to upgrade. No water, but I drip. Upgrade, now I'm boss, yeah, I'm lit. Swing, but I came with loose chain, make it rain. You a Dane, I'm a pit, yeah. Only cash on me. I be looking like a bank cheese on Kenobi. I was crying, now I'm hungry. One designer on my way, Jack Boys, 50 say. I wanna chain that look like Hawk. Baby look like Killer Frog. Why? She gon' go until she cough. She hit my line to get it off. Yeah, I wanna chain that look like Hawk. Baby look like Killer Frog. Why? She gon' go until she cough. She hit my line to get it off. Yeah.
She a big old freak, it's so much that I hate. It's a hot girl summer, so you know she got it. She got it. Hot girl summer, so you know she got it. No, she got it. Hot girl summer, so you know she got it.
Got a whole lot of options, you know. Whole lot of options, you know we got it.